When game theory is so deep, even Spider-Man needs a second opinion. You know the theory is getting serious when Spider-Man himself shows up like, "Bro, run that past me one more time." At this point, the multiverse isn't breaking because of Doctor Strange. It's breaking because MatPat dropped another lore bomb. When you drink vodka to fight spiciness, but it doesn't work. Science has lied to me, and I don't know why. The only bulk guy in whole of Japan, they will never figure out he's the foreign spa. You had a few typos. I fixed it. Millennials are so motivated they are taking classes to learn the skills older generations failed to teach them. Millennials are so helpless they are taking adulting classes to learn how to do things like sew a button. If MatPat time traveled to speak with his younger self, MatPat in 2024, listen to me, Matthew. It's time I told you about the Five Nights at Freddy's games. MatPat in 2014, I know about the two games already. There's the first game that was the introduction to the story and the animatronics, and the second game which acts as world and story building along with being a surprise prequel, and the third game which acts as the incidents to the murderers and the finale of the game. There'll be 3 Five Nights at Freddy's games. Well, technically there's 20 with more still on the way, but let's just focus on the third. Me listens to Five Nights at Freddy's theory. Also me. Interesting. I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. Deltarune, Chapter 2. Wow, how did you get like that? Every time MatPat needs to redo the lore, I do one push-up. Jesus Christ. The Game Theorists. Game Theory, Kirby, the Villain of Dreamland Part 1. I won't tolerate this. Guys, I have a theory. Kirby is pink. Is probably male. Voiced by a female voice actor. Very adorable. Strong snack powers. Astolfo is pink. Is probably male. Voiced by a female voice actor. Very adorable. Strong snack powers. I feel no emotion. MatPat is finally leaving Game Theory live. Fez has an evolution theme going on. Each heart cube has a yellow part, making it look like a Fez hat. Since the Fez brought evolution to Gomez, by breaking the heart we are fulfilling the final purpose of spreading new hats that will cause other dimensions to evolve. You ran, but you never got out. I'm still watching you. You are being watched. You never got out. You hope, you wish, you dream of freedom. 3 rules. No wishing for Delt. No falling in love. No bring back dead people. I wish for MatPat to finally solve Five Nights at Freddy's lore. There are 4 rules. MatPat slaps roof of the Game Theorists. Channel. This bad boy can fit so much unfunny jokes. No effort, bullshit and clickbait. New video. Explain what the game is. Make theory. Give supporting incidents. Say that the theory is wrong. Explain why. Explain new theory. Give supporting incidents. End video. You're in quarantine watching YouTube vids. One of your favorite channels recently posted. The vid has a sponsor. That leads into the whole vid being around it, so you don't have to watch your ad in the middle. It's a nice looking fun game. It's free on your console without pay to win. MatPat when a minor detail supports his theory. Coincidence? I think not. MatPat when a major plot point supports the main theory. I'll ignore that. Oh no, don't tell me. MatPat just uploaded a theory video on a gaming franchise. Yup, it's about the main character being evil. Most likely. Bring it on. My mental health. Game theory. Film theory. Game theory live. Food theory. Cats. YouTube. The internet when MatPat misses one minor detail. If 8 jots could fly, this place would be an airport. Deep dark cities will be added. MatPat, it's showtime. When you've been around longer than film theory, I see no god up here, other than me. Me trying to get my Loki theory popular so MatPat will see it. Me realizing the most popular posts on this subreddit are about Five Nights at Freddy's. Other theorists. Game theory. Steel wool. Game theory. So, we are fine. Just as long as steel wool doesn't change the entire security breach lore. Steel wool. Steel wool. I changed the entire security breach lore. Game theory. What? MatPat, the warden was billed as a god for the stronghold. To protect, only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. Dream. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Scott, Steel Wool, and Blumhouse watching MatPat go insane from trying to solve the timelines of the Five Nights at Freddy's games and movies. When you try to apply real-world science to fantasy worlds, come on, they have one female servicing a large group of males. That implies a species that lays eggs. Oh my god, you're crazy. They are so obviously mammals. Please, she'd be an estrus 24/7 if she didn't lay eggs. Smurfs don't lay eggs. I won't tell you this again. Papa Smurf has a ducking beard. They are mammals. YouTube. Buddy, if you're good at something, never do it for free. MatPat. Overanalyzing everything. $5. You know the Masked Singer, right? Yes. Why are you asking? MatPat can sing, and has been on Broadway, so he could, potentially, be on the show because Ninja and one other YouTuber was in it. So, why can't he be on it? It's a good point. Scott Cawthon releases a new Five Nights at Freddy's game. MatPat, it's happening again. POV, you go to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but it's just you and MatPat, and out of every seat, he chooses the one right next to you. Every few minutes he's like that's not what happened in the game, and is clearly tinkering with some sort of contraption. What did you do? Twitter. Insert MatPat toxicity because he has a different viewpoint and is ruining the franchise. People with a brain. Bro, calm down, it's just a theory. When you're watching a movie that you enjoyed as a kid, but realize that the bad guy was actually quite reasonable and the protagonist was the real Jake. Finally, I finished the last Five Nights at Freddy's theory. Ugh, Matt made another Five Nights at Freddy's theory, and it's scarily accurate too. Oh whelp, time to change the entire game at the last second just to throw him off. One actually scary and fun game, one free and enjoyable downloadable content, a satisfying conclusion and a happy ending that doesn't get dragged out or changed throughout new installments. Leaves, never to return. Gregory is a robot. Future game theorists. Write that down, write that down. I swear, 50 years later, and MatPat is still going to be making lol videos on Five Nights at Freddy's. I swear, 50 years later, and MatPat is still going to be making lol videos on Five Nights at Freddy's. Internet, oh my god, worst day ever. Me, retirement, good for him. Hope he enjoys it. Five Nights at Freddy's, everything else on the game theory. MatPat, goodbye everyone, it was nice knowing you all. Job, free time, friends, family, sleep, what happened? I'm going to solve the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. Job, free time, friends, family, sleep, farewell. MatPat trying to find lol from soda cans with the Five Nights at Freddy's characters on them. Among Us, MatPat, Forgotten Games, Destiny. Minecraft exists. Theorizing starts. It has seemingly no plot. Theorizing stops. Keyword, seemingly. Theorizing intensifies. Gamers before MatPat. Gamers during MatPat's cringe era. Gamers after MatPat. MatPat. MatPat, some mean person. Hey MatPat, look. Five Nights at Freddy's lol. MatPat, some mean person. Laughing. MatPat, angry theory noises. There should be a fourth channel called Novel Theory, where they theorize over different books. Changed my mind. Nurse, sir, you've been in a coma for 7 years. Me, oh boy, I can't wait to watch. Is Mario a communist too by game theory? MatPat, we just have to use logic and reasoning to get through this game. Henry Stickmin series, you have no power here. My heart, I'm watching L Game Theory not live, and Miramat is there. Miramat is there, it's from Before Food Theory. You know who wanted to watch Ghostbusters the other day, but they took it off Netflix. Yeah, who am I gonna call now? Psychic friend. Shorts seem to be the purest look into how MatPat thinks, while Joel has the weight of the world, putting in the time to graduate. Has been doing 4 years now. This place isn't the real world. The universe a donut. Chaos. Pascal, people gotta stop asking if a heat dog is a sandwich. Just eat your lunch, man. You murder someone, and you're about to go to jail. Your lawyer is MatPat. He proves you're innocent. But that's just a theory. Ness beats up bad guys. Sense beats up bad guys. Game theory. Coincidence? I think not. Scott releases a new game. MatPat finishing the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. Normal life. Insanity. MatPat. Game theory. Will Epic stop buying out artificial exclusivity if Gabe Newell also drives to Team's house to snack his nut? If Steam committed to a permanent 88% revenue share for all developers and publishers without major strings attached, Epic would hastily organize a retreat from exclusives, while honoring our partner commitments, and consider putting our own games on Steam. POV, you just watched Game Theory, at 3 a.m., in tunnel screaming.